Just light the cow on fire, give it a couple punches. Hello guys, this is Spyderrock and welcome back to another Minecraft tips and tricks video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 10 Minecraft life hacks that you should probably use, or that you can use if any of them are convenient to you. Now I know this isn't a Spooktobery themed video. I've been planning on making this for a while though, because I just wanted to sort of collect together a couple of the things that I use a lot that I don't see used that often, that I think could really improve your game on a smaller scale. Not like huge things, not like a giant mega farm, but just, you know, little things that you can do that you can get in the habit of doing to enhance your game. So let's hop into it. Alright, so first up down here I have a little mine here I have going. But this is a nice feature that Bedrock Edition has that you can do in Java Edition as well, but it's a little bit different in Java Edition. So Java Edition has crawling that you can, if you have a trapdoor, you can, you know, smush your head in with it and it'll allow you to crawl. In Bedrock you can do that too, but just with water. So you can just sprint through the water and boom, I'm here, I'm crawling, it's 1 block tall, and you actually move surprisingly fast. Now this is one of the most effective ways, probably the most effective way, of strip mining. The only problem is when you run to like gravel or something, it can be kind of annoying. But it works pretty well. You don't even have to worry about sprinting. You just hold W or forwards if you're on pocket, or I guess forwards on the stick if you're on, you know, Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch, and you just move around. It's pretty easy. But the one thing I really wanted to point out here was that if you want to have this like a nice little area here, so you've got plenty of room to, you know, go ahead and like swim like that, which this also is a great way you can catch yourself. You can jump down here and then, you know, catch yourself and go in the mine immediately. You can also put a little slab here, because this is something that I didn't know. You can jump out of water onto a slab. Like, I think most people know you can jump onto a block like that, but you can also jump onto a slab. You can't jump onto it if it's like all the way up there, but if you've got a slab, you can land on the little slab, and then you can go into your mine and do other stuff, and then you can hop right easily into here, and really quickly without having to do any like trapdoors or anything, go into 1 block tall mode. You will have to do like a trapdoor strategy if you are on Java Edition, but yeah. Alright, next up here in this sort of theme of using water or trapdoors to get into places. Now this is a water specific thing, although you can do this with trapdoors, it's just going to be a little bit less convenient. An easy, very easy one-way door. If you don't want to use an iron door or something like that with a pressure plate, which can be kind of boring, go ahead and build this little thingy right here. So what this is going to do, I can just be right here, I can just be sprinting straight ahead, and without even touching my mouse or really doing anything else, I just hold forwards while sprinting, and I can just sort of go in here really easily. Very nice, very convenient, easy one-way door. Not the nicest looking thing in the world, but this does allow you to have a nice one-way door if you want to have something like that underwater, or, you know, in a cave somewhere that like you could have like a little waterfall or something. And it's pretty cheap, because all it takes is a few blocks, 3 signs, and a bucket of water, and then boom, right there. With this, it's way easier. I think you just sprint right into it and it just works. It just happens. Now you'll need a pressure plate if you want to do this on Java Edition. You have to use a pressure plate there to activate a trapdoor, but it's a pretty similar thing. Anyway, next up here we have a super easy super smelter. Now there are tons of videos of how to make, you know, giant super smelters that can smelt things at like 3 billion blocks a second or whatever. This is one that you can take with you. You can pack down into like just a couple slots of your inventory, and then you can really easily just build it and get on with what you're doing. Now the problem with a lot of super smelters is like they'll have a chest, you open it up, you put your stuff in the chest, and then that funnels out into the system. That can add a lot more time to put it together. But if you just want to set this up, if you're going mining or like you're somewhere that you want to smelt stuff, all you got to do is this right here. You have 4 hoppers underneath these furnaces going into a double chest, 1 hopper going into each of the furnaces up top, and then as close to the middle as possible, a hopper minecart. Now with this, you can go ahead and grab some stuff. So let me just grab a few stacks of iron ore, and then you're just going to want to drop each stack in. Oops, I'm holding the wrong button. Drop each stack in, and they will get dispersed in between all of the furnaces, and then proceed to go into the chest 4 at a time. So it's only like 4 times the speed of a regular smelting thing, and it won't look as nice because you don't have like a nice little chest you can open up. But if you need something easy, you know, wherever you're going, You want to just build this, you're going mining, you're in a random ravine that you'll probably never be at again. You wouldn't want to waste, half an hour to an hour building a giant super smelter, but you can build this thing that smelts things at basically 4 times the speed of a regular furnace. Now you will need, the more coal to power all 4 furnaces, but that shouldn't be a problem because I'm assuming you already have enough supplies to make this, enough iron, because it does take a decent amount of iron, but it is reusable. You can just take it all down, put it in your inventory, go somewhere else, throw it in the shulker box, and then easily rebuild it when you need to. Alright, next up over here we have this. Now this seems completely weird and stupid, but hold on. So, most people know you can break gravel, sand, and red sand with a torch, and I'm assuming most people also know that you can break concretes with a torch, and if you don't believe me, this is everything being broken with a torch. It's not complicated. But what I did want to point out was that you can make these little things here. So you can basically draw a picture with all of the concrete, sands, gravel, red sand, whatever you want to. And then you rig it up with some pistons to break against these guys here, these little torches, and it will sort of fall down. Now I've used this in build battles before. I use this in build battles as like the little wall, so when people are done building, then I can pull the wall down and you can see each other's builds. But I was able to put a cool little thing there. So you can kind of build whatever you want to. There we go. That doesn't look like my logo, but you can basically add, it's like a little curtain kind of effect. If you want to reveal something like, I'm going to reveal this red sand, like, oh wow. And the wall falls down and you've got the sand there. It's just a neat little building trick you can use if you want to add reveals, if you want to have some kind of like grand reveal. Now as a bonus, you can alternatively break them with stairs too. So that's just a little thing, although it's less convenient. Alright, so next up here, let's say you want to get rid of the stuff in your inventory. Now, assuming you're on Bedrock, because in Java I'm pretty sure you can just delete it, although I don't know if you still can. I've got sort of a couple methods here that I would recommend. Shut up, cows. So anyway, first here we have simply a pit of lava. But go ahead and, go ahead and throw a trapdoor. Probably a wood trapdoor is going to be your best bet, but you can do any kind of trapdoor really. But wood ones are just cheaper and easier. Anyway, throw a trapdoor 1 block above the lava. If you put it right there, it's gonna probably end up burning. I've had that happen before. Anyway, throw it there, then drop whatever you want to get rid of on top of this trapdoor, and then just open the trapdoor and let it burn. Now the only problem with this one is that you could pretty easily, fall into the lava, or if you're like half standing on the block and you close it, you'll fall in and you won't be able to get out. So that's why I have this one here. If you accidentally throw something in that you want to keep, this one here is nice because it doesn't permanently delete your items. They'll fall down there and you can just wait for them to despawn. You can see the little pixel down there with the torch on it. And if you want to, you could sort of throw things right in the right corner and then drop them in. Now the reason I put these bars here is you can use this on this one too. If you'd either rather do that than having a trapdoor, or you want to have them both, which is probably what I'd recommend, because you can't just like drop the stuff on and drop it in. It's a little bit trickier. I'd recommend opening it up, dropping what you want down into there. You have to get the angle just right, but it does allow you to have the time to think like, oh, am I going to drop my diamond sword in? Am I going to drop my fully enchanted bow? Or am I gonna drop the random junk in my inventory I don't need? The last one here is probably the least effective, but most safe version. You've got a little hopper you can either place stuff in or drop it into, and that will go into this little double chest right here, and it'll just sort of go into the chest. And if you do decide one day that you actually want to permanently delete all of it, just break the chest and then let this stuff despawn and go off and do your own thing. Alright, next up here we've got sort of an interesting thing to do with glass and doors. This is something I sort of figured out. I don't think this works on Java Edition. It's probably a bug on Bedrock Edition, but it's pretty interesting. So anyway, grab a block like glass. Go ahead and break, a block into the ground if you want to. And if you go ahead and throw the glass right there, you can actually see through the door. So it allows you to x-ray. So I'm like, am I gonna get dirt or am I gonna get diamonds? So you can see like through this door, without opening the door, there's diamonds. And then through the other door, there's going to be dirt, as you can see right there, and I can see through the door with my little dirt block. So this is kind of interesting thing. You could probably use this on like a map or something. I feel like it would be fun. But it's just a weird looking effect that can actually be used to, you know, see through a door. If someone is like, hey, no, don't go in my house, and they're hanging out in their house, you can drop this in front of their house to see what they're doing in there, see if they're doing anything illegal, like drugs. All right, next up here, we have probably one of the most useful things on this list, and it's not even that useful, but cows. So these cows here, we've got 3 different ways we can kill them. So we've got a sword, a bow, and a flint and steel. Kill them with the sword, and you get raw meat and leather. Kill them with the bow, with flame, and you get cooked beef and leather. And then assuming you had fire aspect on the sword, that would work too. Now, currently in my survival world, I don't have fire aspect on my sword, but I do have a flame bow. And so I always just, instead of like actually farming food, I just run around and shoot a couple cows. I mean, now I have a cow farm, so I don't have to worry about it. But I just shoot a couple cows, and then I have enough beef to last me for a while. Like that one cow dropped 3 cooked beef. That's enough for, what is that, like 12 full bars of hunger. And if you don't have flame or any enchantments like that yet, but you still want easy food, just light the cow on fire, give it a couple punches, and even if your punch is the thing that kills it, you'll still get the leather and beef from it. Like the actual beefy beef, not the fake red stuff. But yeah, it's a really great way if you just want some quick food. If you're out and about, it's not worth it to build a whole farm. All right, next here we've got a tip for builders out there. Now, so you can sort of disregard the piston thing. It's not that important. So anyway, if you look in this little box I made right here, if we go ahead and close ourselves in, you can see that, oh, it's dark. There's no lights, and it looks, you know, there's just a birchwood floor, and the walls and ceiling are made out of cobblestone. Now, if we go ahead over to this guy here and lock ourselves in here, you can see it remains lit up even after I close the door. And this whole area here is completely lit up. You can see that the stuff is the same. We've got birch planks for the floor, as well as cobblestone for the ceiling and walls. And the whole roof is like actual roof. It's not like half slabs or anything. The thing that is half slabs is the floor right here. So you can actually get the light to go through a half slab if you have the lights under the floor. And this is a great way if you want to light up an area. Alright, next up here we've got another useful thing for building, but it doesn't only have to be for builders. So, right here you can see I have some sugarcane farms that aren't actually bordering with any water. There's no water around here. Now the purpose of this is so if you want to have like a sugarcane farm right along the side of your house, you can have that and it will be a lot cleaner. You can also have this sort of going with like the terraforming. Like if I wanted to, I could have, you know, sugarcane all along here as a farm, and you wouldn't have to see any of the water. You wouldn't have to fall in any of the water. See, what I'm doing here is it's pretty simple. You just put water on a block next to it, and you cover up with the block. Now, I'm surprised that I've never thought of this before, and I was just like, hey, so I'm assuming you guys probably already know that this is a thing that can be done, but I always forget about it. Anyway, I think it would work best with terraforming. So if you've got like a whole hill here, you can put it all along the hill, and it just looks like there's sugarcane there, and you don't actually have to worry about having it look like there's a farm or having the sugarcane only be bordering the water. And it can allow for some really neat looking building effects and just a really nice looking sugarcane farm. Alright, last up here is how to protect your house from creepers. This is our last one on the list. Anyway, so most people know that creepers are afraid of cats, you know? So you can carry a cat around with you, they'll run after you, and they'll scare off the creepers. But something that I have a ton of problems with in my survival world is the whole front of my house, or even the sides of my house too, being blown up by creepers that are randomly spawning on people's roofs and people's houses, in random caves and stuff, that find their way into our village and blow up our houses. So now, what I'm gonna do, which is actually, this is something that I've been doing there, is I've got some cats outside of my house. So that way, if a creeper is, you know, over here, he sees me, he's gonna run towards me a little bit, and then he's gonna run away when he sees the cat. So if I put a creeper there, you can see, he'll run away. So I'm gonna put a creeper over here and see if he comes towards me. Is he gonna run away because of the cats? Yes, he will. So he will sort of run towards you, and then he'll see the cats, and he'll be like, nah. So this is a great way of protecting your house or your area from creeper. You can see here they come. Hey, you wanna come blow up my house? You wanna come ruin all my stuff? Oh, nope, there's a cat. So you can, it looks kind of fun too, because you can just have the cats protecting your house. Just don't let the creepers get too close. So like they can be at a point where they won't see the cats yet. Like this, if you look, I'm right here, they don't see the cats yet, and they will blow me up. So that's not the ideal situation. Anyway, these are 10 Minecraft life hacks. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Minecraft life hack videos. These are just this is just a little collection of things that I thought were interesting and I wanted to share. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to here, join the Discord. There's a link in the description. See you guys later, and bye.